Manx, is you ready?
I'm so ready.
Are you really, though?
I'm so ready.
You sound more ready than I did in the last video, which is, like, not very ready.
But I'm ready this time.
Okay, so, like, today we're gonna be talking about queens.
But not just any queens, though.
We're talking about those queens. You know, not like Sandstorm, who was a warrior for moons before she had one small litter of kits that went back to being a warrior for more moons, and serving her clan till the very end.
That's right. We're talking about
Kit machines! First of all, what's a kit machine for those of you who don't know or don't get it?
Well, kit machines, by definition, that we low-key made up like 30 seconds ago. Kit machine, the select few queens who are the prime source of life within a clan.
If you want examples, we could probably name like 10 off the top of our heads, like right now.
Okay, so there's Daisy, Brindleface, Ferncloud.
Number one.
Can't forget about Ferncloud.
Number one, for sure.
Willowpelt, Swiftbreeze, Okay, so maybe we couldn't think of 10, but we could think of 5. Same thing, right?
Totally. And also the occasional breadstick like Patchpelt, White Storm, and like Crowfeather. And Dustpelt, kind of.
Dustpelt's just like bread. He's
not
not
a bread stick, he's just bread.
Just bread.
Just bread. So the question for this video is, are kit machines better or worse for the clan?
Some of you may be wondering, what's wrong with kit machines? They provide the clan with all the future warriors after all.
And in the event of an attack, they're the ones who will fight the fiercest to protect all who dwell within the camp walls.
There are a few issues that came to mind when we were thinking of ideas for this video, including age differences between mates, but that will have to wait for another video altogether. But for now, let's go one at a time. First of all, inbreeding.
This is when two cats from the same line have kits together. Whether the parents are cousins, siblings, or any other form of relatives, it all falls under that category.
A perfect example of an inbred warrior is Greystripe. We were shocked to discover that Greystripe's parents, Willowpelt and Patchpelt, are actually brother and sister.
They may not be from the same litter, but they are from the same parents.
This whole concept is super gross to think about, but it's something that happens a lot in warriors.
And kit machines don't really make it any better.
By having only a couple of consistent queens in the nursery,
literally feeding the clan their children,
more and more kits are born from the same line.
When it comes time to find a mate and have kits of their own, those kits would most likely mate back into the same line, whether it be by accident or not.
So it's not that often that it would be back into the exact same litter, so it's usually a cousin or half-sibling like Ferncloud and Dustpelt. Now this doesn't really seem to be a problem, as the cats are apparently unaware of what they're doing and no health problems have occurred with any of these kits.
It is really weird though, and even if the idea of the clans being separated the way they are is based on the idea that they're each a big family, it leaves very little room for individuality amongst kits.
If you think about it, there must really be only a couple of different family lines in each clan. After the kit machines, some of the other family lines died out completely, like a mouse furs and running winds. This was because there were no variety of different mothers.
And without individuality, there can be no different kinds of talent and variations of skill, as all the cats would be genetically similar, which could take away from the strength of the clan as a whole.
This hasn't been addressed, and I doubt that the Aarons would put a problem as weird and somewhat inappropriate as this into their future books.
But this is just fan lore, and theoretically speaking, the problem could present itself not far down the line.
So I'd say, point for worse. Next problem. Once the she-cats go into the nursery and never come out again, like Ferncloud, they are never actually fighting for or feeding the clan anymore.
And there are also the queens who had almost no effect on the clan life at all, like how Millie was always fussing over Briarlight, and Daisy just sat in the nursery and did nothing half the time.
However, this problem is very easily defended, as by providing the kits turned apprentices turned warriors, they're not totally useless after all.
Point for better.
For this round, we're talking about the actual story.
So while I was doing the drawings for this video, Ferncloud specifically, I was remembering when she and Ashfur were part of the team who would lure the dogs to the gorge. And I was thinking, what if she died doing that?
That could seem like a dumb and irrelevant question because Ferncloud herself never really had any consequence on the plot, but let's take a closer look at that. If Ferncloud had died running from the dogs, how many warriors would have never been born?
Let's see, Foxleap,
Icecloud,
Shrewpaw, even though he died.
Holly Kit, even though she died.
Larch Kit, even though he died.
Birchfall.
And Spiderleg.
But Cymric, none of these cats had any real consequence on the plot either.
But they do. ThunderClan would be short 2 great warriors without Foxleap and Icecloud, and if Birchfall hadn't been born, neither would Dovewing and Ivypool, and then the whole Omen of the Stars goes out the window.
Out the damn window.
Who else would never have been born if it weren't for those Kit Machine mothers?
Rosepetal and Toadstep from Daisy.
Ferncloud herself, Ashfur and Sandstorm from Brindleface.
And Patchpelt's kits, including Greystripe, Longtail, Lynx Kit, even though he died, and Swiftpaw, even though he died, all of whom are from different mothers.
Damn, he really got around. And even Willowpelt's kits, like Sootfur and Rainwhisker and Sorreltail, and all of Sorreltail's line, and their lines after that, and
Yeah, Cymric, I think they get the point.
Sorry.
But this just goes to show how many great warriors and even some main characters the story wouldn't have if it weren't for the Kit Machines.
But wait, if these Kit Machines had died, then that would mean more variety in mothers, and problem 1 would be somewhat resolved.
And even if these main characters that we already know had never existed, I'm sure that they would have been replaced by someone else that we would grow to love.
But still, not even 4 different mothers could have produced the same number of kits as all the Kit Machines, so point for better.
Last of all,
A great one in my opinion.
drama! Yes, all of these Kit Machines are extremely dramatic.
Like all those times that Ferncloud was bitching about her kits and stuff like that, not being safe.
And then there was Whitestorm and all his wives, and I'm sure Patchpelt had the same.
And of course we can't forget Daisy and Spiderleg's freaking divorce.
Damn, these Kit Machines are so comic, kind of like the Housewives or something. That's what they should rename warriors, Real Housewives of ThunderClan.
Yeah, but they would never do that, but we could make a series out of that.
Hey, sounds like a good idea.
But back to topic, what should that be a point for?
It would be bad because they can be really annoying at times.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but there have been lots of times that I was just really pissed at all of them and wanted to be like...
But it would be good because more drama is better for the story.
Well, if it was better, then better would win. But if not, then it would be a tie. But we don't know. So for now, we can say it's sort of neutral. Kit Machines escape a sentence this time.
But anyone who does find this video in the abyss, but anyone who does find this video in the abyss of all those videos
With
and
no
watches,
views.
yes, and watches this far and actually knows what we're talking about, leave a comment and let us know what you think.
We'd love to hear your feedback, both about the point and the video.
Thank you so much.
For watching.
Bye.
We really appreciate it. Meow!
We're keeping that.